Welcome back everyone to another Kuta worksheet tutorial. This is for geometry and truth tables. Now, this isn't exactly a Kuta worksheet per se, but that's what we're going to label it as just for simplicity's sake in this channel. Now, truth tables, this is kind of a complicated subject. A lot of people have difficulty with it. It's kind of like recognizing patterns. Definitely used in the world of computer programming, software engineering, electrical engineering, and so forth. So there is relevancy to it, and I think it's pretty interesting. It's kind of like a puzzle, so let's go ahead and get started. Now, there's a couple things we need to understand here. This is kind of like the condition we're trying to figure out. And then we have little steps in between that will help us get to this final column. Now, this is the hypothesis right here. That's the hypothesis. And then the conclusion is Q. Those are our abbreviations. And it's not too important that what they are because these particular columns make it a little bit easier for us. It's just kind of recognizing which one is true and which one is false. What do I mean by that? Well, this right here, this symbol means and. It's like a little bridge. It bridges the gap between P and Q, the hypothesis and the conclusion. And if you want a further explanation, I encourage you to watch my 2.2 continued video on logic and truth tables. But I get a little bit more explanation on that. This little symbol is negation. That means not. And then this one right here, that's the only one we haven't talked about. This means or. Okay. Now, how do we use this? Well, this first column right here, let's go ahead and tackle this one. We're trying to determine if both P and Q are true. So are they both true? And that's the question we should be asking ourselves. So both true, question mark. This is what we're going to find out. Okay, so T, P is T and Q is T. That means they are both true. So that is true. Okay, moving on to the next one. The next column, we're taking this line by line, by the way. This goes across like this. So each line you go across, okay. Next one, we have T and F. Are both P and Q in this row true? And the answer is no, it is not. So we put false. They are both not true. They are both not true, so we put false. Next line, F and T. Are they both true? Well, of course not. Hopefully you guys are getting this. P and Q, are these both T's? Are they both true? No, they're not. Okay, so the only one that was true was this one because both P and Q were both true. Okay? All right. Now, this one, with anytime we're using the negation, we're just doing the opposite. Okay, so if P is true, we're going to write the opposite here. So if P is true, then the opposite is F. Okay, that's what the not means. Negation. So we're looking at this and we're putting the opposite. Okay. Next one, P is true again, so we need to put the opposite, negate it, and that becomes F. Next one, we see that we need to negate the F. So it's almost like a double negative becomes positive. If something's not false, then that means it's true. So then we put the T there. It's the opposite of F, so we put the T. And of course, this one's the same thing. If this one is F, then we need to put the T because it's the opposite of false. That's what negation means. Now, we have a big thing going on here, but if we take it line by line, it makes it not so bad. This is saying, is this statement or this statement true? So just one of those statements needs to be true, okay? So let me show you what that means. Let me use a different color. I'm getting sick of that color. Let's use this purple. No, I used purple already. Pink. Okay. So is P and Q, that's this one, right? P and Q, is this true? Or, let me use a different color again. Let's use dark green. Or is this negation of P true? So just one of those needs to be true, okay? So let's go ahead and look at that for each row. So first, is P and Q true? Well, in this case, it is. It is true. And even though the not P is false, it doesn't matter because one of them was true, so this becomes true. okay? If one of these is a T with disjunction, or only one of them needs to be true, okay? Next up, okay, is, again, we start with this one, P and Q is F in this row, or not P is F in this one, true. And the answer is no, neither of those are true, so this one is false. Remember, at least one needs to be true for this whole statement to be a true statement. Okay, let's clean this up. It's a little messy. Now, next one. P and Q, right now this one's false, okay? Or not P is true. In this case, not P is true. At least one is true, so we can put true here. Whoops, true there, okay? Next one, we have F and T. At least one of those is true, so we're going to put true there. So we are done with this truth table. Each truth table is unique. Each one's asking different things, and that's how you do that one. Okay, moving on to the next truth table. You'll notice that this first column is not filled in, so you will need to do that. It's not too bad. You just need every combination. So you put TT, TF, FT, FF. That's every combination of F and T that you can have for those two variables. Okay, not Q. So essentially what we're doing here for not Q is we're looking at this column and we're just putting the opposite thing. So we're going to put F, T, F, T. Okay, we're putting the opposite. If it was T, then F, F, then T, T, then F, F, then T. We're just putting the opposite. That's what negation means. Okay. Next up, we have this guy because we're doing the opposite of him. So we're going to put F, F, because they're both T's, so we negate it, become F. Then we negate this because it was F, and now it is T. So we have TT there. Okay. Hopefully that's pretty clear. Next one, this is disjunction. Whoops. Disjunction. That means or. Is one of them true? Okay. Is either not P or Q true? Well, let's focus here. We want to focus on this column or this column. Are one of those true? Okay. So are one of those true? In this case, one of those is true. The Q is true, so we can put true. Only one needs to be true. And the next one, both are false. We have false here, so that means that is false. Not even one was true. Both are true here. That's good too. At least one is true. And then the not P is true there, so we can put true for that one. Finally, we have this guy. This guy is a little tricky. I was hoping not to get to these. This isn't an emphasis in my class, so if you're struggling with this concept, don't worry about it too much. Just keep in mind that if we have a false statement, okay, it doesn't matter the truth value of either one. Okay, if we have a false statement on the left side of the arrow, it doesn't matter. It's always going to be like if this is if false then true or if false then false. Both of those have a truth value of true. Okay, so that's just a weird thing here. Otherwise, I think makes a little bit more sense. So let's choose our focus columns here. I told you this was a little confusing. We have not Q and then this column right here, not P or Q. So if this one's weird, okay, I'm sorry. I'm going to put it in red just because it's intimidating. So if this first statement is false, we have a false T there and then a T. It doesn't matter. The first statement was our if statement was false, so it's going to be a true statement. Okay, now if we have a false statement, if false, then false, well, that's going to be false, okay? That one's going to be false. And please, I suggest watching the notes video before this to get a better idea of why this is the case. If false, then true, no matter what, it's going to be true. Just like the first one, and then if true, then true, this is going to be true. So this one's a little goofy. I'm not a big fan of this. That's why I don't really emphasize it. But as you get into more theoretical mathematics, you're going to have to use that a little bit more. I'm not going to have my class worry about number 3. You're going to have, but if you want, you just fill it in, and you'll have to put not P. You're going to have to put not Q, and some other stuff. I think the not Q would go here. Then you'd put not P, arrow Q, and then you would put not P or not Q, and then the final one would be this guy, this whole piece. You would put that there, okay? So if you're doing that, great. I just want to focus on these ones. My class, if you're struggling with this one, don't worry about it too much. I'm really concerned with this and this so that you understand that. I think that's the foundation. Hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching.